Oh.
Whoa!
Oh! He put a bag over that man and robbed him.
What do you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize any of the symbols on it?
Sorry.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and clap you up with that one.
Aha.
What are you talking about?
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Yeah, can I talk about the fact that he said that they used to operate out the same place? Come on now. Based at Village Hall. Tell me that's the one. Yes!
Ah. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the Village Hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase, free to be free, while you were based at the Village Hall.
Get into it.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
Go on.
You see, Third Eye...
Is it, we used to be Atlas.
Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is Third Eye.
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye.
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. There was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. I thought that was an end to it.
Why you pay a settlement
And
if you
James,
didn't do it?
His cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas.
As Atlas.
And it worked.
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas?
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing?
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you come along and see for yourself? A course starts in 15 minutes. Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later. That was Dad. I have to go back. You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I'd like to come and have a chat.
Come with me.
Yeah, let's meet Papa.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination.
Said
He
that.
does, however, believe in the power of the individual, when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
Oh, but I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you.
After all that passion?
I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No,
need...
that's as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Wow,
This-
Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family. And
Yeah.
I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
That actor is a W, because I hate that man already.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Well, these things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third Eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. Yeah. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector.
Right.
I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Whew. Okay.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain.
Get
It's
this man
a
out of
vestige
here.
of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector. My house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
Oh yeah, they getting into some
So,
witchcraft.
you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
This is crazy. I'm really locked in like this is a movie or something. Okay. Let me ask him about the hand signal.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause.
Okay.
Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
Don't
I'm
tell
not
him.
sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
Get
We
into
encourage
it.
people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector,
Anachronisms.
is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it. I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
That's a man with money, because he not even trying to pretend that he's not a criminal. He's just telling us straight out. That's crazy, bro. Okay.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yes.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking,
Right.
depression. Is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems.
And they all got the same ones?
When they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Real nasty mother.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol on our course. We like to tell the students that success is the best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
That's some BS, because his son talks about being in the pub every other time I ask him a question. He met somebody in the pub. All the students in the pub. Except for the dude with the blonde hair. He said he hasn't been in a while. That's probably because he's deeply invested.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes, I have.
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well,
Oh!
she isn't exactly housewife material.
Well, goddamn!
She likes to be in control, like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
This man is so sinister, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. This mirror.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
I don't know.
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No,
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
not at all. Strange question.
He made my skin crawl.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Okay. Business started last year. Third eye, similar to Atlas. Liam's death was unavoidable. Cardboard mask. Let's ask about this.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is fancy dress outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. At the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped down to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Wait a minute. He saw her at the meeting around 7. He lying, because the lady at the bar said she saw her at 7. That's when she gave her the money. Well, we gotta get there. Let me get there.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in a cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Emma.
Which student?
I've no idea.
He bought it for Emma. Emma said there was a guy and he was being a creep. And he got it for her. He got it for Emma. Whoa. I might have got something here. Liam had been drinking all night at the seminar. But they don't allow drugs. Aha, here we go. Liam had been drinking all night at the seminar. Atlas does not allow drugs or alcohol on the site.
Aha. So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not the police. We can't enforce these rules. If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
And what if they want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
As long as that
Do you
check comes
store
through.
any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Yeah.
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
I'm finna look anyway. Oh. Wait. Okay, let's search first. I'm like, come on. Get it.
Interesting. Well, there's a TV right there with a DVD player. I don't think
Do not
anyone will mind
move.
if I have a quick look at this.
Yeah. They're gonna run in on me, watch. Wait. What? No. Where's the DVD player? Go over to the TV. I don't want to try a DVD from the pile. I want this. Here we go. What is going on? Are they self-recording or recording them search somebody? What?
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
Cause it's one of their coats or something. Gotta be. Alright, so we're back at Atlas headquarters. I've asked everyone in town about the CD. So now the only two people left are to ask Ryan and then Paul, who is his dad. So I'm gonna ask them about the CD and see what they say. Go to the atrium. He didn't pick up. What?
Let yourself go. Feel your soul lifting. Then wait for the moment to break free.
What is that, y'all?
Break free. Excellent, Hannah.
Well,
Could you come back later, please?
what's going on here?
Please, leave.
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by.
Leave.
Okay.
He just barged straight in while they doing a seance. Look how they all looking. Why would he say anything? He should have sat there so we could see the
What's that
whole
about?
thing.
Looked like they were burning woolen dolls.
Yeah.
A woolen doll burning ceremony. What a very odd course this is.
I'm going straight to... I forget the CD for now. Forget the CD for like 2 seconds. I'm going straight to Simon. Uh-oh. Lock light? What is that? Somebody's keychain broke or something? Will it tell me exactly what that is? A remote control for some sort of lock was found outside Atlas, the Atlas Training Center. Okay.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Let me go ahead and ask you about this doll burning ceremony right now.
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
So what are the masks for?
They're just to help you get into the right frame of mind. Just get you into the zone, help with the trance.
A trance?
Trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind,
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something,
Scrying
just
mirror?
say the same thing over and over again. Or you could just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized. But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis, auto-hypnosis, same thing really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask around about this.
He acting like, oh, just a little thing, no big deal. What are you talking about? They in there burning dolls and shit.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
For them to have been friends, she loves to throw Kate under the bus. A lot.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them?
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
Ryan is practically dyspraxic. Well, gotta Google that. Dyspraxia, also known as Developmental Coordination Disorder, DCD, is a chronic condition that begins in childhood that causes difficulties with motor, movement, skills, and coordination. Dyspraxia can cause a wide range of issues with movement and coordination. Okay.
Do you know anything about hypnosis used on the Atlas course?
Are you sure you mean hypnosis or the power of persuasion?
What's the difference?
Not a lot. But if you want someone to do something, it's usually easier to ask nicely.
Atlas used persuasion techniques.
Well, don't all businesses use it, Inspector? Ever heard of advertising?
That's not the same thing, girl. Okay, my view of her is shifting. I'm starting to feel like she's more involved in this than we thought initially. She seems so much smarter than Ryan, bruh. She knew about the plants. She's passionate about the hypnosis. She's making the dolls. We're gonna keep our eye on her. She's moving up my list, I'm gonna be honest.
Ever heard of auto-hypnosis, James? Self-hypnosis.
Yeah?
And what do you know about it?
It's another name for scrying.
Oh.
Some people call it auto-hypnosis, I call it scrying.
Right. So you're saying scrying is just self-hypnosis?
Scrying? You could scry on anything. I don't use a mirror. I can scry watching the clouds. Maybe the water on a lake in the moonlight.
And when you're watching the water, what happens? Do you go into a trance?
Come on, James.
You lose yourself in your unconscious. You go deeper and deeper. You swim around. Try not to go too deep. Because if you go too deep, you start drowning. And you get dragged down to the bottom. As long as you stay swimming, you come to the surface again. Then you wake up and see the world as it really is. It's like a journey to a place people talk about, but no one's ever seen.
Interesting.
You're thinking about Kate, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
She bought a mirror. Sold her one last year.
Okay.
Was she into using mirrors like that?
No idea. But she bought one.
Right, we knew that. Okay, that's not new. We knew she bought one because Emma said that she went over there and used it.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh wait, we can go behind their house? Huh? Hold on. Oh my god. I thought it was like I didn't think it was like a garage thing. Okay, guitars. What's this
So, those are Ryan's guitars, kept in a garage. Not really the best place to keep them.
Okay. Found guitars. That's it. This goes to their garage in the back. Okay. Interested to see what that even means for us. But, let's go to their house.
A few more questions, please.
Let's start with Ryan's guitar. No, he finna spaz on me if I start there. Let's start with this DVD.
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
Okay, so nobody's seen the DVD at all. Okay. Let me ask him about the doll burning.
What can you tell me about doll burning at Atlas?
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the illusion that he's a genius.
It's not Ryan, bro. It's his wife. His wife is playing him like a fiddle. She gotta be. Because he's already told us that he basically stole every idea he got from somebody else.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
We don't use hypnosis on the course.
Not at all.
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
Hypnosis is probably the wrong word, Inspector. It's nothing to do with the trances or things like that. It was meant to force... to help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized. You have to want to be hypnotized. It's not something out of your control. You can't be hurt or damaged in any way by hypnosis.
So you've never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
It would be impossible to do so.
Not true. Literally not factual at all. But, okay.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan? Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
Okay, so he's never tried to go professional?
If he did try, it was never going to happen.
Oh. Is there another son? Or another kid? What?
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays, because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well, so I got away with it.
Singer as well?
Yeah, I used to sing in a band every night. But, sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone.
Oh!
And, this guy from a record company once came to see us, and he said the band was rubbish, but that I was good. So, after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
Can't hide talent.
Wait, wasn't that other guy in Blackstone? Liam? Didn't know Liam very well. I could have sworn they said Liam was in Blackstone.
Aha. That band you sang in, Blackstone. Who else was in the band?
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam?
Yeah.
Why did you say you didn't know him?
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Oh, girl!
No, I was away on holiday.
Right.
When he died?
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
She definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem? I'm not sure I believe you, Emma.
Damn, Emma, you gotta get better, bro. You got to be better. You have got to be better. Alright, now we're going back to Atlas. We're about to press for Ryan. Oh. Whoa! That's the dude who was carving the thing.
The DVD.
He stole the DVD.
That's all it took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
That's all it. He put a bag over that man and robbed him. That's crazy. They put a hit out on me.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Have you seen this before?
No, I don't think so.
You don't recognise the shop?
No.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner. Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy. Work experience.
As a cleaner?
Well, we did try him in accounts, but didn't work out.
That he got another son. He has another son or something.
Aha. Do you visit Monarch Costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop?
Yes, of course I do.
You see, Paul, I thought you said you didn't know where this bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
This was used to put over my head, Paul, by a mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
Yeah.
Did you?
You really ask the most ridiculous questions. Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know somebody who did.
Go on.
Did Ryan mention Jason to you, the cleaner? Unfortunately, Ryan at some point told Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favour by getting it back. He isn't exactly what you'd call one of Darwin's best examples.
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew all about it afterwards. Everything was above board.
Steal from students? Why?
We were doing a piece about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them how it was done. Oh, don't look so serious, Inspector. I returned everybody's things immediately afterwards. No harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before or after Liam died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens.
Okay.
Before you ask, no, I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
I wasn't encouraging students to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the Force might like it, it doesn't divide neatly into blacks and whites.
That felt racially
No, if
motivated.
you don't mind, you're going to have to excuse me for a moment. You know where the door is.
I see he was quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway? And Liam dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.